Good afternoon to all. Today we are going to see a topic on 3D printing. What is meant by 3D printing? It is also called as additive manufacturing, where it will layer by layer, it will make a product. So the definition for 3D printing is known as the, already I told that, additive manufacturing, which is a revolutionary technology that creates 3D objects by building layer upon the layer with the help of the plastic items to make one component. So this process transforms digital designs. At mechanical, you have all the, now we are doing a drawing in the engineering drawing and engineering graphics, which has been made in the AutoCAD or Pro E software or the SolidWorks software. Whatever the design you have in the system, that digital design, will convert into the product with the help of this additive manufacturing concept called 3D printing. So that this process transforms the digital designs which into a physical reality, enabling rapid prototyping, complexization and customization with the traditional manufacturing method. What is meant by traditional manufacturing method is nothing but the FMS and the IIoT. With this 3D printing will work with the help of those FMS and IIoT, Internet and Industrial things, with the help of these digital designs. This is a machine, a 3D printing machine, that is a built plate where you give an that model will make layer by layer in that place, but extruder, then this stepper motor will run to bring that thread to make the product. Next slide. How this 3D printing will workflow? What is the workflow of this 3D printing operations? The first one, digital design creation. In the olden days, we do the drawing in the pencil or some other sketch materials. But nowadays, we are using the tools in the system and we are drawing it. So, create the extrusion, with the help of the extrusion, whatever the object you are drawing in 2D, that can be extruded into 3D. That is what they will create or import a 3D model using the CAD software. CAD software is nothing but, as I told, the AutoCAD, Pro E, and then SolidWorks, SolidEdge, Fusion 360. More the design software is available in the mechanical tools, so that we use it for creating the design. And then file preparations and slicing. This is what the format in the 3D printing. What the design we made, that is to be converted into the standard file template. That is what convert the model to the standard file template and slice into the horizontal layers using specialized software. 3D printing is having another one software that is specially designed in the system that will make these 3D objects into that particular applications. And then printer setup. This is like we printing an A4 sheet. What a content we have in the Word or Excel, we print in the A4 sheet with the help of the normal HP jet printer. That the same kind of activity do this in 3D printing with the as a prototype. This will not be held in the big complex component. Will make a prototype with the layer by layer. The load material, calibrate the build, perform, and then configure print parameters based on your design, digital design. We have to set up the printer. Okay. Then only we are able to make the printing operations in the 3D printing. Then layer by layer, it will take a time more than an hour for a small component. It will do the layer by layer. It will form. Even in our FMS laboratory, we have made some of the component. I will bring you one time at class. The next slide. Working principle of the 3D printing, where 3D printing operates on the fundamental principle of additive manufacturing. Additive manufacturing is nothing but we adding the materials upon the manufacturing component. What are these? Not in a single material. The more alloys or composites or materials added in the component, that is called simply called an additive manufacturing. That is what 3D printing, we extruding into 3D shape. So by adding the materials layer by layer, but rather than subtracting it like a traditional method or manufacturing, where in place of the drilling operations or boring operations, where you subtract the material, where using the tools like drill bit or some other boring bit. Where in case of additive manufacturing, you add in the material. That is what we are giving that, not like a traditional machine. This is specialized called adding material. The core process, as we discussed in the last slide, creating the digital 3D model, and then each layer printed sequentially on top of the previous one. Where one layer is completed, the other layer will make it on the same, the existing layer. Okay, and then material bonds are fuses as layers are deposited, and the build material platform lowers incrementally of each layer. Complex internal structures form without an assembly. Even actually in the manufacturing component, not in a single product, you have to do one product, it is not in a single day. You have to make more number of products and you have to do an assembly. But in 3D printing, additive manufacturing, it will always comes as a single product without any assembly operations required. Okay, this is what is called a small component injection molding control, like coils is we made through this 3D printing. Next slide.